The Carolina Panthers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The Panthers coming off of did the Panthers beat your poor little Falcons, AJ? The Falcons taking lost the
Wow.
Panthers last week. Baltimore had injuries coming back. They'll be at home in this one. Baltimore, Carolina, Baltimore favored. I don't know why that still is showing in 3-box form. I don't know why I went back. Baltimore favored in this one by 13 at home, over under 41. AJ, they had the bye week. They're getting some guys back, hopefully in Baltimore. What are you looking to see from Baltimore in this one?
I need to see if that passing offense can come alive. And I know that's going to have a lot to do with if Mark Andrews plays. But honestly, he's been finding some love in Devin Duvernay, who, no, he's not a traditional number one receiver. You might not even call him a number two receiver. He's a top-notch returner, but he is also a top-notch playmaker. And they've acknowledged that, and they've used him in the passing game while Mark Andrews has been out. Isaiah Likely has been okay when Mark Andrews has been out. That's one thing that I need to see from them, because in a lot of cases, you look at the defensive side of the ball and see if they can stand up to the case. But coming up against Carolina, the Baker Mayfield-led offense, a team that's only been running the ball, I don't think that's a big fear for Baltimore in this upcoming defense or in this upcoming matchup. So when I look at Baltimore, we said it all to show one-dimensional offense. They can't be that. Everyone knows you're going to get their best shot with Lamar running, with Gus Edwards running, with Kenyon Drake running. We need to see if they can air the ball out in a league that is a passing league, and we need to see if they can do it at an efficient clip. Lamar Jackson is one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL, and he needs to put that on display, because after your bye week, we're talking week 11 to week 18, you guys have one direction. It has to be forward if you want to be taken seriously as a contender in an AFC conference that is shown to be very, very strong this season.
Well, one thing I think we haven't really pointed out this year is that Baltimore's schedule to start the season was rough. Like, they went through a stretch where they were playing really good football teams. They played the Jets, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Bengals, the Giants, the Bucks in their 6 weeks of their first 9 games. They had a tough schedule. Down the stretch, it gets a lot easier for them. They're down the stretch. They play the Panthers, the Jags, the Broncos, the Steelers, the Browns, the Falcons, the Steelers, and then the Bengals the last week. They are set up in a really good position here to go on a run. They're winners of 3 straight. I think Baltimore is primed for a good run. I'm looking at Carolina as a team right now that's in a rebuild mode, obviously. They're not sure what they want to do at the quarterback position. P.J. Walker gets hurt, so you have to turn back to Baker Mayfield. Now, Baker does have some success against Baltimore in his past, but obviously he's not playing with the same team. So you're looking at Baker Mayfield with the familiarity he has. But Carolina's, their wins have been kind of sporadic. It's been like, hey, a pop-up win against the Saints here, a pop-up win against the Bucks here. Hey, I'm playing the Falcons on a Thursday night. Let's pop up and get a win there. They haven't shown any consistency to be able to put anything together, specifically on the offensive side of the football. But when they've played these good teams outside of the Bucks game, they haven't been able to stop anybody on the ground. And let's be honest, what Baltimore does best with Lamar Jackson is create running lanes for their running backs. And I know they've been banged up. They expect Gus Edwards back this week. I don't know that the Carolina Panthers really have an answer for what Baltimore wants to do. We've seen it when Carolina went and faced Joe Mixon. Like, it was a shit show. He absolutely went bananas on him. I expect a big day here from Gus Edwards and Kenyon Drake, and you throw in the fact that Lamar Jackson's going to be able to run the ball. I'm not sure there's much Carolina can do down the stretch. I think this is more about finding what they want to do moving forward. And I don't know if that's necessarily Baker Mayfield or not, but I don't know if this is going to cover me up or not, but no, that's fine. I have the Baltimore Ravens winning this game 31-23. I do think that Carolina makes it respectable. That's just kind of the way Baltimore plays. I don't think it's a huge blowout, but I think the game is a lot further apart than what the final score will show. And Baltimore gets the win 31-23.
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to see the Carolina Panthers be able to put up enough points. We talked about when they had Baker Mayfield at the helm, and all he could score is 17 points. P.J. Walker gave them a little dose of life here and there, and Deontay Foreman has found a way to be the backbone of that offense. But the problem here is, I mean, we look at Deontay Foreman, who's rushed for 100 yards over and over again, 3 of his last 4 games. Unfortunately for him, the Ravens don't give up a lot of 100-yard rushers, not since Dalvin Cook in week 9 of 2021. So I don't think they're going to be able to put up enough points. Give me the Ravens 34-17. I also think it's very important for the Ravens not to allow a team to come back at the end of the game as they have done so often this season, because that's another telltale sign of what's to come in the playoffs. If they give up leads, you're not making a deep playoff run because you've shown to be susceptible to a team never giving up because they know you will break.
Yeah, Vinny has 27-13 Baltimore as well. Pretty much a clean sweep there for Baltimore. I think we all like what they're able to do and get four in a row now.